is an ancient Greek whistling language, completely nonverbal, and it is an endangered language, just whistled by a few folks still. And they feel like that this language is a great metaphor for how they communicate with each other non-verbally as they create their music together. On fiddle and cello, we will hear these sounds that probably come from places that you've heard before, but they'll be doing some improvising that'll take us to new places that even they haven't been to before. So that'll be fun to see. Just as they get set up here, they'd like you to know that when they're not making music with each other, they are busy making music with other people. And they said that they like stuff. They like stuff, and they like things, and soup. They also ski and write poetry. They're folks of, they're regular folks just like you and me, which is why they're playing folk music at the folk festival. So, and when asked if they had any recordings, they said not yet, but they'd love to meet you in the lobby, and they could guide you to their Facebook page, and we can start from there. Perhaps there could be a little fan rally, and we could have some of their music to take home with us. Just before they fire it off, I'd like to announce their first public performance that before they perform live on stage, they perform live on broadcast television this Friday. Mom, we made it to the TV, and without further ado, maybe just a bit more ado actually, as we close in on this one here. Folks, after this set, I'm going to make a very special announcement that involves you flying anywhere Alaska Airlines flies.
All right.
There's no blackout dates whatsoever. If you're interested in that, stay tuned to the next break. Sofia, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here at Focus. Thanks for coming out for the music. We wanted to just give a brief introduction of this first song. It's a tune called Blue Babe, and it's actually a collaborative piece. Ryan and I live in different places for most of the time. So one day I asked him to write a ballad, and he sent me a melody, and I wrote some lyrics to it. And this song came from a poem that was written for my friend's little daughter, who's very young, and when I saw her last, she was just learning about colors. And she was a very big fan of the color blue. So you could point to anything, and anything became blue. So this is called Blue Babe, and it was written for Iris. Well, she sang like the crows as they strolled into the morning. A bird, in fact, a beast. Blue squares on a vintage dress, soup on her face, a tasty mess. Blue spoon for her blue feast. Blue book, bluer skies, her father's humor, her mother's eyes. From the clouds to the roots deep in the ground, Iris blooms, her petals rise as she watches butterflies. The simplest gaze is often most profound. Iris called to you, the only word she knew. There were blueberries on the bush as they wandered up the hill, laughing rain, smiling to the west. Oh, there's a rainbow in the sky, but she never questions why. Only one hue leaves her impressed. Bluebells blooming in the sun, saturation has begun. Pouring the gold from the sea to sky. Oh, Iris, the little babe, the color blue, her favorite shade. Tiny voice, but young and valiant cry. Iris called to you, the only word she knew. This next tune is not one we've written. It's called the Tennessee Waltz. It's a pretty familiar tune. If you know it, feel free to sing along. I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee Waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced her to my loved one, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my lover from me. Well, I remember the night and the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee Waltz.
The night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Well, I remember the night in the Tennessee waltz. Now I know just how much I love. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. The beautiful Tennessee waltz. Alright, well, yeah, thanks. This next song, our last song, is one that we kind of collaboratively wrote. So I kind of noodle around all the time, and that has been kind of harping on me to actually...
Harping. gently urging.
to actually turn all the noodles into a song, so this one's called Sneaking Off the Lunch. It was written during a lunch break at work, so.
And since we're adjusting our mics, does that look pretty good to you, Lucy? All right, thank you so much. And I gotta warn you, we're gonna start low, and then it's gonna get a little.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Who's always really excited but afraid to shout. The fact that you that mid-song just like melted both of our hearts so much. So thank you so much for Safria, and we'll see you hopefully at the Juneau Folk Fest.